something in the settings on my phone, no doubt, so I need to sort that out. Hello and welcome. Now, family, let's sit down for a minute. Let's sit close for a minute. It's Wellness Wednesday and I'm home. I've had a lovely time away with some family, hours and family fun, but I'm eager to get back on track with my wellness. And after spending most of the day kind of talking through, catching up with friends and family, and going through some clearing out, we're smack bang in Scorpio season, death and rebirth. And I feel like a bit of physical ease and stuff to get us through this time would be great. If we've got time at the end, I'll do some card readings. I've been revamping, as I said, and it's, I'm sure you don't know whether you're coming or going with these lives, and trying to work out what works for me, what works with my members and on here, and what feels right, what I'm called to do. And after much debate and going within and connecting with my own wisdom, Wednesday's 2:30 session was meant to be a taster session for qigong in the Telegram group where I originally was doing my daily 6:30 qigong sessions. And Wellness Wednesday was the interviews I was doing with these wonderful women that I wanted to help and co-create with and speak to and kind of sing about all the different practices and modalities that are out there that I really think are amazing ways that we can help. And there's so many different things. So I enjoyed interviewing with season 1, season 2, different people and their journeys and their authentic stories and what has kind of made them shift and change and transform, which is what we are about, that transformation within. And the reason I'm talking about this today, connected with the Scorpio, is that transformation is something that I feel we're all going through as a collective transformation happening, whether we're aware or unaware. And being here to support and to share when I do this, when I go through these processes and my learning and my journey with you has been part of this channel, but also sharing the things that have helped me. And a big part of what I do, and I spoke about this before, when I did my, in fact, it wouldn't let me share it because they'd been interviews up until that point. It kept telling me that that what I was talking about was not within the specifications because I wasn't interviewing. So I don't know whether that is still the case. So I'm hoping that they'll allow this. But we're going to do some qigong, we're going to do some movement, and I'm going to share some of the sounds that come through. Just let me know what it is that helps. That would be a helpful thing for me. I enjoy sharing my process. I enjoy, part of that enjoyment is that I can share what's worked for me, but also because of my history, my mum, my biological mum suffered greatly with her mental health. And if you've been following me for a long time, then you've probably seen my video for Mental Health Week and in helping others to not go down that road and to understand yourself. And a big part of the awakening journey and the ascension journey for me has been, God, have I lost my marbles, am I crazy? Which often is backed up by people around you in their perspective of what is normal, what is quote unquote normal. And there is no normal, in my opinion. There's lots of in-betweens. And when you go through different levels and you waken up to this multi-dimensional aspect, it can be quite confusing, it can be quite daunting, but it can also be so beautiful and inspiring, and knowing you are never ever alone on your journey, and showing others that they are not alone, to the point where if they're feeling low or they're feeling depressed, that there is a different way. There's a different view. There's not necessarily the mainstream view that I would talk about on here, but we'll brush through that because I live that. I'm not saying that it's all crazy, but the stuff I will talk about and the stuff I want to take, the direction I want to take, is certainly more leading edge. But I am thinking and feeling that this is time now. In fact, I have been doing this for a while, but I've been very reluctant in what I speak about because there was part of me I hadn't let go of, that I couldn't quite release this. Oh, well, yes, I'm the qigong, learning to teach qigong, but there's this whole other element that's happening, and I'm learning and growing. And I think actually this process of this journey is what's important, because it's not just me, it's lots of people out there that are going through this. I know this by the beautiful people that I was lucky to come across. And actually I am very lucky in the fact, I think this is probably part of being one of the neurons that connects other groups to other groups and links the neurons in a way of information. In when I speak of neurons, I mean memories, wisdom, knowledge. I'm not saying anything that I don't believe hasn't been spoken about before. In fact, all of the esoteric knowledge that comes through from my guidance, I'm sure is not new. But I feel it's important to bring it through in bite-sized moments, because sometimes it's a bit too much and I get a bit excited and I want to share a little bit too much. So what I'd like to do is just start with a little bit of movement, because I haven't been doing as much movement because I've been away, for me more than anything, in all honesty, but also for you guys to follow. So this is a back to basics. We've been doing this, and connection. She says, what was my purpose of this? To move, to show you to move. So let's just get some movement going on in the body. The candles are right behind. Wondering if that's a good place for my phone, actually. Oh, it's not to burn the plastic. I might move you a little bit further. Let's be safety conscious. Can you see, especially as you don't need to be that far back now, it's upright. Yeah, it was quite hot. The back of the phone leaning against the, right behind there was a huge candles. Safety first. Anyway, that's one of the things. I've come back and I thought, right, the house really needs a real, I started to do it before we went. Let's get some shaking. So we shake it off. And I looked and thought, oh, I need to go through and clear stuff out. I need to let go of things, physical things. It might be for you, it might be emotional stuff that you're letting go of, attachments to things, to people, to places, big shifts, big change. Even like if you're someone that loves the summer, for example, and it's autumn and you're thinking, oh, I'm missing being outside in the warmth. We are shifting, moving into the metal. So shake the legs, shake the arms, and I would like you to shake, if you can, for 3 minutes. So if you're feeling any kind of negative emotion and you want to reset the nervous system, so it gets you out of flight or flight. So bouncing on the knees, shake it off, shake it off. The song, by the way, I deliberately don't have music, so you can play music in the background wherever you are. And I want you to feel. Also, I feel that sound in itself is different frequencies, has a different emotion to it. So let the hands drop by the sides. Now you might feel some tingling. Now just feel the breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Now, if you take anything away from me, even over everything I say and do, this technique is the one thing that you can use in your toolkit anytime, anywhere, even over meditations. There's been places where, or times where my emotions are so up and chaotic that I couldn't meditate, because I'd sit there and it was just, that was too much. The pain was too much to feel, but the shaking and getting myself out of the nervous system into this more manageable feeling where you feel safe, you feel secure. This is it. That simple technique of just shaking. Now, okay, I've got braces, so if I go in the loo and do this, you can hear it. But if you haven't, you can go to the bathroom, even at work, and just shake. I say if you've not got braces on, because if there's shaking, they might think something nefarious is going on otherwise. But, you know, just let them think what they're thinking. And then moving into, from that, I want you to just do the arms. And I would like you to make a sound, any sound that comes out for you. Otherwise, the sound ka, 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 ka. So the out breath is the sound, the in breath, ka, 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 ka. And stop. Tip the head. Bring the hands down and just hang. Right, you've probably done this after exercise class. It feels really good. Working with this part of the back. Just, you can put your hands, if you've got any knee problems, any back problems, go wherever feels right for you. But just feel into the subtlety of your body. We're not doing anything remotely. We're not doing loads of exercise. We're not going to be here for hours. I want you to just focus your mind on this area for a little bit, your Ming Mang. And feel where you need to be. Here, 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 or here. If you need to bend the knees, you can, but I'd like you to straighten them if you can in a moment. For now, just hang, stretch the spine, or you're here, wherever's incrementation. Listen to your body. What does it need? Where feels okay for you? If you can, hold the ankles or hold just above the thighs and feel that stretch in the backs of the legs. And we're going to slap there in a second for 9 times. So and then come down. Stay down though, just down the legs, the inside, up the inside, down the outside, up the inside, down the outside. This time come up, slowly, going down. And then flow up the front, come down the back. Connecting with the lower half of the body. Come up and then hold. Hold the Ming Mang, which is this part of the back. Push the shoulder blades together, which activates an acupressure point for immunity. Just in here, you can kind of feel where my finger is there. You can feel that movement. But just activate. Take some breaths. Bring the hands, drop the hands down to the bottom. So we've done this before. If you've worked with me before, you know we're going to lift up for the count of 10. Let me demonstrate first with 10 breaths and then release. So ready, deep breath in. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold the breath. And release down. Keep the hands together. We'll do that again. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. And release. Again, I'm feeling the warmth now with the sun on me. Let's do that one more time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release. Let go of the hands, but still keep them behind. Push the shoulder blades together still. And come round as far as you can come. And again. Twisting on a physical level. I'll come around this way now. And let's lose, I'm going to lose a layer. Twisting on a physical level helps with massaging the internal organs. So if you can only move here and you can only do this sitting down, that's fine. Whatever's right for you, you listen to your body is not my body. You might be able to go further. Just now keep the hands behind and keep looking, stretching. If you have shoulder issues, you might not be able to move very much at all. But what's right for you is right for you. You listen. Right, if you make a triangle now, bring down so that the hands, the thumbs go in the belly button, and you bring the fingers together. You make a triangle over your lower abdomen, your lower dantian. Bend the knees down. Let the light, the sun is shining just between my legs. And we're going to use that. Think about this area, this fire, this birthing area. Birth and death, regeneration, cellular regeneration, regeneration of systems, of things in our life. What are you letting go of with the upcoming full moon that we have? Release. And the hands together, the dominant underneath, rather than masculine and feminine. I prefer you go to what is dominant in your life, because you might have more feminine energy, more masculine energy. We want to balance these. Bring the hands round and down. Or yang energy down the sides, up, and this time in the legs. So we're catching the bladder, meridians. Come to the belly and rotate first in an anti-clockwise, which I'm doing clockwise for you guys, then the opposite direction, because I think it mirrors it on the screen. Make sure how many ever times you go one way, do the same the other way. And around, then coming up, bring your hands together, bring them in, step them in, crossing over the bilateral points. You can bring one hand up like this, onto the knee, and balance. Now, if you can't, just stay with this. Or if you just want to work with the lower bottom, this energy, where you cross the hands, you hold with this hand and this one comes forward. You bend down like this. Okay, and if you can do both. So from here, and then swap sides. Just like this, or same hand, further and bend. Balance. Or that's my side. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time. You can do this sitting. It helps. Have that leg straighter rather than bend. And breathe. side if you're standing. Okay, being told to get to go within, or I need to go within. What is it? Okay, if you just come to seated or stand standing, if you're standing, your hands over your lower dantian. Light information. Allow whatever you need in the next moment. If you just want to breathe, you just want to observe your emotions and feel and take some time for you, use that time for this. If you want to listen to what I'm saying, then you can tune in and listen to the reading I'm going to give. Or you can tune that out completely and just go with the breath, with the sounds that might come through. I've got some cards here just in case I see them like, reading now, reading. Okay, breathe in. Breathe out. Am I ready? Yes, I'm ready. Are you ready to just be with yourself? Be the divine feminine aspect first. Nihasuni Yetayurushkunya Kirayanta Essendiankandaya Inayuto. Nya tuli kanchina kunia na sine todo kanayo konrukitia na nitata kanaya yaktunania tia. The prophecy of true power. I call my power back from all times and all places. I am my own. Free yourself from anything, any ties, any boundaries that are holding you, anything that is stopping you from moving forward in this time, this place, this moment. I want to give you an image, this beautiful image. See how she has the fire around her and I want you to close your eyes and feel the fire that doesn't burn, because it's the fire of your own internal flame from your belly. So if you might want to put your hands over your belly and just breathe and feel this inferno area, this like fire happening from the belly, from below, this cauldron, we call it in qigong. Stoke that fire with your breath, just breathing in. We're not going to do breath of fire or anything with some breath work. I just want you to breathe naturally, easy breath as I call it. Breathe in, breathe out. You can breathe out through the nose if you prefer, or the mouth, whichever's easier. If you can, just through the nose. So you're calm amongst the storm, as I say. Feel that fire and imagine it coming up over you like the Kali fire. It's a flame that burns bright, but it's not an anger. It's a passion, it's a love, it's a light, it's a frequency, and it's flowing all around you, through your mind, through your eyesight, through your hands, and I'm really, yeah, and this I'm hearing you may even feel hot, like you've got a temperature over the next few days from this, but don't worry if that's the case. It's the fire of the physical coming out, and so that you can align and clear and let go. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to allow you time to just visualize that, to connect with that, to see that image around you, the creation fire around you, the birthing of you. And I'll give you a little guided imagery for your head, for the mind, but I want you to be in your heart, to feel in your heart, feel the warmth in your heart, to hold that energy in the heart, the fire energy, as we work with in that season of summer, and the summer from within. And just breathe and feel the warmth, like 1,000 suns from within you, sparking light that you don't need to see. It's a feeling that you feel. You don't need your eyes to see, because it's beyond our sight. Feel the cooling aspect. The things that are falling away, the physical, the masculine, and the ash, like the phoenix rising, that ash, things around that do not work, burning away, but not in a violent, horrible way, in like a gentle, smouldering log fire that you're sitting at, that you're burning. I want to give you the images of women sitting around in sacred cycles through time, throughout time, sitting, releasing, sharing, crying, but feeling safe, feeling loved, in the warmth of a hug, the warmth of the fire on your face as it burns, and that flame comes up around you within your toric field. It's affecting every aspect, every thought process, every cell in your body. It will do. It will affect you differently. But know you are safe. You are loved. Like a mother hugging a child, like, I love you, kind of kiss when I give my children. Feel that emotion. Andorra, and Pandora, I'm thinking the jury, really, she's saying, Andorra, is different areas of different galaxies, lights. So you might have seen images of birthing as of stars. It looks very similar, different. It's like, in fact, I've seen one this morning. She's saying like that, birth and death of the star, the birthing point, that moment, that pinnacle, a little bit scary. She's like the rides you've just been on, but it's safe. All is well. It's just the unknown, in that stepping out of the remit of what we feel is what we should do. Instead, we're stepping in what we could do. And the andura can hear the stick or should could in or tikahino or conira canayeta daya esananea toro noshko. Naya, I'm healing me too now. My turn too. Even in the physical. It breathe and feel and hold the warmth around you like a warm blanket of love. Even if you don't feel it, it is there. It's Sana, you come in from the cold. Your hands feel really hot, so it feels too much almost. You have to slowly warm. Slowly, it's too much otherwise. This is why slowly incrementations with the body, with the mind, and with the emotion, the same thing in our shifts. Breathe and hold to this point. Nihania Turiana. Niasanukunushkanaka. Niakanaka. Nianduruku. Wrap your hands around you on the shoulders and just tap the shoulders. Feel the sun streaming through. Wow, I just opened my eyes. You can feel it through the window. I call upon my power, I call upon my power, I call upon my power, I call upon my power. That power that is within, withheld within. The gates. And she's giving me some symbols so I can understand in real. Okay, what are they? Listen with your heart. Trust the message I receive is from my heart. I'm feeling from the sun, like loving rays of creation, reassurance, and like I was saying, like to feel safe, to know all is safe, to trust that process. I receive from my heart. I receive the gifts of my own power. Say it out loud for yourself, not just me. I'm feeling that, but I receive that love. I receive the sound. I receive with joy the powers that are held within me and that are here to shift, opening the love. Look, that fire love. Oh my gosh, no wonder she said the symbolism will help with the imagery, to speak to the heart, to speak to the mind, to connect with you. Heart is like the burning desire. My heart is open, and therefore I receive the prophecies of true power lies within the heart. You must open your heart to receive and without fear. And this is not just like receiving information. This is receiving in all levels, receiving love from others, receiving the gifts of the everyday. I know we're caught up on what a miracle could be, but there are many miracles in this like happening, and I'm taken to one of the people I know that was actually over in Gaza when things started to shift and change, and the miracles that of people meeting, the connections of them getting to where they need to go, being taken, and And one lady from your soy was speaking at the smell. They could smell the frankincense. Now, to me, and I was saying, yes, that smell in essence, hear the smell or see the smell in the information in the fragrance, the essence of the emotions around you. Understand your senses aren't just see with the eyes, feel with the heart, speak. Sound you can feel, sound you can see, and this is how it interprets to me, but it may be different for you. How you can then, the colors will show you emotions around you of this swirling, or you may see images or symbolism. Your own gifts will manifest however they need to, but they will be whatever connects to you. Maybe it'll be a symbol, maybe it's cards and reading, and that's what esoterically you think of. Maybe it's you see the energy as a being, the light frequency, because it's a living, breathing thing, as an entity for you. But none of them are wrong. They're all just how we read differently. From someone that grew up being dyslexia and seeing words differently, we see the world differently. I see through pictures, I see through the paint in my artwork, I see through the sound. So it seems natural to me when I look at this esoteric learning and feel the information through light come through and out of my mouth as an expression. Now, however you choose to see that is totally up to you. So always goes in a different direction. It wasn't what I was thinking we would be doing, but I should say that now, just not put a title until I finished. But every Wednesday we will be doing some little bit of wellness, and we'll be talking to some amazing people that I've invited on. Hopefully hearing about some others and their stories and their journey in the 3D world and outside of that in the esoteric world. But for today, call in your power. During this Scorpio time, feel the phoenix in you. Find your phoenix is my, apparently my message. Open to love over fear. Because sometimes when we're in pain, like from hate to pain, we can't see, we're not feeling, we're not in love when we're there. We're in a different frequency altogether that we can't see. We're blinded by hate or blinded by our pain. It doesn't mean that we're wrong. It just means we're in a different area, a different frequency, a different radio signal to see things in a clear way. So open to love. Listen to your heart, what it's telling you, and that might be anger. Then listen to why, question, and allow yourself to connect and call in that power back from all places, all times, all aspects of your soul. So just to finish, I'd like to finish with Sanheiki, which is the emotional sound in Reiki, ki meaning ki rather than chi today, and just tuning in for any emotions that might have come up for you. Allow the sounds to vibrate through you, through your heart, and hear them. Open to the love, listen to the heart, feel and trust the message you're receiving from your own heart, not from me, from your own heart, what's coming up for you right now. Shukura Sanheiki, 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 Sanheiki. El sanu, el satnu iknaya turokora kinaya. May the vibrations be in the now of the healing. Feel the healing in the now, the power in the now. The power is now. Ea turushkaya neta. Blessings in your now moment. Surrender it to the divine aspect that is you. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying and being present. Blessings in your day. And I'll put this up. I was expecting. I will see you Monday for our Meditation Monday live. If you're joining me, please feel free to share Meditation Monday. There's 90 some in the playlist there that you can go to that were less esoteric. Before I connected to this side of myself, there's some what I call quote unquote normal, just general meditations in there as well. But I feel we need different things at different times, and that I'm here to demonstrate and to hold. Part of when I opened up to this journey, and obviously this is about authentic story, the light went shh, then is open up to the light. I say open and it's light shining. Is to be a vessel for the light, is to be okay with the dark, to understand that we are not all light, but to love that side of ourselves regardless. So blessings in your day, and like see the shadow and the light, even on the camera there. We are both, and this is a time for working with our shadow self and opening to loving those parts of ourself that may not be what we want to be, may not be what we're too painful sometimes. But to quote Rumi, the wound is where the light can enter. And I saw this in a little thread, tiny thread of light can break chains of immense dark power. One tiny little thread. Try and break it too hard, but one little thread over time, just like the water carves the canyons over time. Allow that to be the love that you let in all areas of your life. It doesn't mean that you're all that we spiritually bypass and we don't see when we're just not wanting to see. We start to see clear with clarity. So allow that fire to work on how you see things here and here and here, how you speak things, how you hear, what you hear, how you feel.